Welcome back into Reese Arena. Well, Gigi Smith talked about the leadership he needed from senior Jared Jones before the game.
Hey everybody, Bob Trosset here to highlight a local athlete's performance.
Welcome into Sports Unlimited. I'm Bob Trosset. So far this season, the Terps have been road warriors in the Big Ten.
Good morning from Copacabana. I'm Bob Trosset. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
Hey everybody, and welcome back into National Signing Day here at DeMatha Catholic High School. Bob Trosset alongside my partner, Marcus Helton of DMV Elite.
Welcome into Sports Unlimited. I'm Bob Trosset. A program best 20-2 start, and then came the month of February.
Hey everybody, and welcome into another edition of the Prep Zone. Bob Trosset alongside Derek Kramer and Bretton Randolph.
Hey everybody, Bob Trosset here, and thanks for taking notice of my latest broadcast reel. Over the last year, I've worked at places like right here inside Washington, D.C.'s Verizon Center and at the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. I've experienced calling play-by-play, sideline reporting, hosting, and more. Consider sticking around to watch some of my highlights or visit bobtrosset.com.
Hey everybody, and welcome into the Reisterstown Sportsplex. It is time for the Colonial Hockey Conference Championship Tournament, and tonight your Stevenson Mustangs take on the Wildcats from Johnson & Wales. It's a 4 versus 5 seed here in Reisterstown, and your Mustangs will try to defend their title of the Colonial Hockey Conference champions of 2016.
Welcome into Sports Unlimited. I'm Bob Trosset. A program best 20-2 start, and then came the month of February, where the Terps entered the weekend winless for this month. It started with a loss to ranked Purdue and then a terrible road performance at Penn State. Far from the end of the world, but remaining at the top of the Big Ten and keeping a top 25 ranking is not going to happen unless the Terps get back to who they are, and that's a pretty good young team. Maryland hosting Ohio State, and before tip-off, Maryland honored former head coach Lefty Driesell. It was long overdue. He finally gets a banner up in Xfinity Center for his 17 seasons at Maryland, 8 NCAA tournament appearances, an NIT win, and creating Midnight Madness. Now to the current Terps. First half up by 12. Jalen Brantley alley-oop to Michael Tchaikovsky, 38-24 Terps. Next possession, Anther Sheko dunk. The assist from Melo Trimble. Terps by 14 at the half. Second half, this time it's an Anthony Cohen to Sheko alley-oop. Those were his only 3 buckets of the game, and they were all flushes. Terps by 13. Buckeye is not going away, though. Keith Loving gets around the screen, hits the 3. Ohio State down 8. Next possession, the same result, a 3 for Loving. He led all scorers with 24. Buckeyes trim it to 5. Next Maryland possession with the shot clock winding down. Kevin Herter hits from way downtown. 18 for the freshman from upstate New York. Terps up 8. 40 seconds to go now. Terps by 5. Another freshman, Anthony Cohen, with the clutch 3. 83-75 Terps. He had 19. Maryland wins 86-77, snapping their 2-game losing streak. They have not dropped 3 in a row since 2011, and the bench got it done, outscoring the Buckeyes 33-0. Maryland's women are having an outstanding season. They're 20-2 and ranked 3rd in the nation. Today they took on Iowa, a team that has yet to beat them since the Terps joined the Big Ten, and that did not change today. Take a look here. Aberdeen's own Brianna Jones with her own bobblehead day. And of course, her teammates got to give her a hard time about it, but she did not disappoint the fans with her performance on the court. Second quarter action, Terps by 5. Jones with a spin move to the basket, extend Maryland's lead to 7. End of the half now, 53-36 Terps cruising. Destiny Slocum from way downtown. Maryland by 20 at the break. On to the third quarter, Terps on the break. Slocum with a no-look pass to Jones for the bucket underneath. Maryland by 21. Fourth quarter now, it's Jones again. She had 28 and 6 boards. Maryland improves to 21-1, 9-0 in the Big Ten with a 100-81 win over Iowa.
Hey everybody, Bob Trosset here to highlight a local athlete's performance. Damascus's Marcus Vinson, who ran for 165 yards on just 11 carries with 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, and get this, an interception. The Richmond recruit has tallied 26 total touchdowns to lead the reigning 3A state champs into the playoffs undefeated. If you want to see your content on this show, be sure to tweet us your nomination at DMV Stream.
Where the Leopards lead the Greyhounds 46-40 here at the under-12 media timeout. 24 of the 40 Greyhound points have come from Gregory and Jones, and really in Andre's absence, they're going to have to continue if the Greyhounds want a chance here tonight to move on to play Boston next week. Gary, back to you guys. Coach, when Gasparini went down with 2 fouls, it really opened the door for Loyola inside. How can you get him more involved in the second half?
Well, we got to rebound. That's our biggest problem right now. Rebound, and then we got to put the ball in the hoop. Run our offense a little longer and get better shots.
when you guys play Loyola, it tends to go down to the wire. Just a 2-point victory for the Greyhounds back in December. What do you expect from the second half?
More of the same. More of the same. They're a good team, so it's always like this.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Throw it back to you guys.
Waxter's going to try, and he sneaks it past Andrew Jones. Jake Waxter with his second of the game, and he increases the Denison lead now to 6. It's 8-2 with 11:06 to play in the fourth quarter.
That's Elijah Clarence off to his left with a quick first step and lays it off the glass.
Illinois State commit. He actually played AAU basketball with Eddie Scott, so a little bit of an AAU connection there here at the Crab Ball.
And that's a beauty from Eddie Scott. Nice pull-up swish from the Penn commit. 39-36 in favor of Team Washington. And there's Clarence again. Thought he had the hot hand. It was a heat check there, Alex. Offensive rebound. And we're going to have a traveling violation. Back the other way we go. Dumps it off to Blackburn. And now Blackburn's going to swing it up to Antonelli, and she's going to try, and that slipped right underneath the legs of Aberg. And the Mustangs are on the board.
Loyola University, Maryland is home to over 4,000 undergraduate students and hundreds of distinguished faculty members. However, sometimes the most interesting faculty members are only here part-time. Colonel Joe Winter, who just so happens to be my current communication professor here at Loyola, was kind enough to open the doors to his other life outside of teaching at the Maryland National Guard. Colonel, Professor, thanks for having us on to the site of the Maryland National Guard.
Right. Yeah, thanks for being here. It's a privilege for us to host you all today and talk a little bit about our experience.
There's going to be a lot of people that may or may not watch this video who know the Joe Winter from Loyola, and some here on site that know the military Joe Winter.
Right.
So to those, or those who don't know you, how do you describe yourself?
Gosh, I'm just a lucky guy, in the right place at the right time, scrappy kid from New York.
All right, let's shift gears a little bit to the whole sports end, because I know sport is a big part of your life, and you received your BA in sports management. So where does sport fit into all of this that you just told me?
Crazy, right? It's like it's a life challenge. Where did Joe Winter end up? You know, for me, I was super passionate about potentially getting a career in sports, in athletics.
You're a man of many hats. You have your Loyola professor hat, as we've touched on a little bit. You have your military hat. What does it take to transition from hat to hat?
You know, it's tough. There's days, I'll be very honest with you, there's days that are a challenge, right? So, you know, in the military, very rigid environment. Coming to Loyola certainly at times could be more of, and absolutely is that collegiate environment. But
listen, before we get kicked out of here, we're going to scoot off. We really appreciate you opening up your doors to us. I think the Loyola community and beyond is really going to appreciate it, and we wish you the best.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for being here and appreciate your support.
Thanks, Colonel.
All right.
Colonel Winter plans to continue teaching at Loyola while serving the United States of America. We thank him for his time and willingness to share his compelling story.